Number 5, it doesn't have inflation because it's already predetermined how much Bitcoin there will be in the world. The whole amount of Bitcoin will be 21 million Bitcoin, and we will reach that in 2140. However, compare this to your local money for US dollar, euro, or wherever you are in the world. Just alone in 2020, more than 9 trillion US dollars were printed. Banks were printing money all the time, and that is, by the way, about 20% of all the US dollars that have ever been printed. So nowadays banks and governments, they are printing money faster than ever before. And the chances are that banks and governments, they will keep on printing money every year, and the value of US dollar will keep on going down every single year, as it has been going down during the last 100 years. Soon I will break down the numbers why Bitcoin can reach $1 million. Reason number 6 why Bitcoin is better than government money is that it provides faster transactions. You know, if you want to transfer money from one bank account to another bank account, it usually takes 1 to 3 banking days, sometimes even 1 week if you are doing international transfers. However, with Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, you can make the same transfer within minutes. If you are using faster cryptocurrencies, sometimes even within seconds. So it's much faster. 7. With Bitcoin, there is no third party involvement. As I explained to you before, if you want to transfer money from your bank account to your friend's bank account, there will be many third parties involved. You need a confirmation from your bank, your friend's bank, and so on and so forth. When you send Bitcoin from your account to your friend's account, there are no third parties. You can directly send money from your account to your friend's account. Reason number 8. If everybody in the world would use the same currency, for example Bitcoin, there would not be currency fees and all the hassles. Think about it. I have been traveling in around 40 countries in the world, and you can imagine how many times I needed to change the currency from one to another and pay all these fees and do all this hassle. But I'm just one of the many millions people in the world who are doing the same hassle every single year. They are paying the fees, they are doing the work to do all the changes and all these things. Now imagine how much easier it would be if everybody would be using the same currency. Once you travel, you wouldn't need to change the currency. It would make things much faster on a global scale, and the benefit of this globally would be huge. Reason number 9 is that usually young people prefer Bitcoin and old people prefer cash. The most people who are against Bitcoin are usually those old people who don't understand modern technologies. But as the years go by, old people will sooner or later die, and the young people will take control of the world. So it's like a natural transition that people will start using Bitcoin more and more. Andreas Antonopoulos, one of the most famous guys in the cryptocurrency space, he said, babies who are born today, they will never ever use paper money during their lives. And that's probably true. Now let's move to part number 2. Why can Bitcoin reach 1 million or even 2 million or even $3 million for one coin? First of all, the total market cap of all the mined gold in the world is around 10 to $12 trillion. And often people say that Bitcoin is like a digital gold. However, it's actually much better than a physical gold for many reasons. First of all, Bitcoin is much easier to transfer. If you try to transfer a lot of gold from Finland to United States, it would take a lot of work. However, with Bitcoin you can do it almost instantly. Second, it's much easier to store. You can store it on your smartphone or in any device. With gold you need a lot of space, you need the guards, you need all kinds of things, so it's much worse. And third, Bitcoin doesn't get corrupted. Once you have it on your account, it stays there. Unlike gold, it gets corrupted every year. Every single year some amount of the gold is lost. Okay, that was just 3 reasons why Bitcoin is superior to gold. So let's make a few calculations comparing Bitcoin price to gold price.